Welcome to the Stizzy Chronicles. Today I have a DIY installation video coming from my playlist, Goodies, Gadgets, and Gears. Today I'm going to be installing a 10,000 BTU 12 volt air conditioner by Gidrox on top of my 30-foot RV. In this video, I'll show you the unboxing, the installation process, and some of the cool features of this Gidrox RV air conditioner. My goal for this DIY project isn't necessarily to cool the entire RV. I already have a rooftop Dometic air conditioner for that when I'm plugged into shore power. What I'm really wanting is a way to keep my bedroom cool when I'm boondocking without needing to run my generator. Now that my time at the animal rescue is over, my off-grid journey is now beginning. Staying cool while boondocking, especially now since I'm in the deserts of Arizona, is a top priority. So when Gidrox reached out to me and offered to send their 12-volt RV air conditioner, I was excited because I feel like this is a great solution for my new journey.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
Now for the fun part. The outdoor unit has some weight to it, so getting it onto the roof safely definitely was not a one-person job. Luckily, I am now connected to an amazing network of individuals who love to camp and live the lifestyle that I'm living, and they were willing to lend a hand. One of my favorite things about the RV life is how often people come together to help each other tackle projects just like this. With the AC unit safely on the roof, it was time to remove the existing vent. After removing the sealant, I enjoyed the view, came back downstairs because it was getting a little windy on that roof, finish up some of the project inside the RV. Before fully committing, I wanted to make sure that the interior control panel would actually fit in the space. The ceiling light that was near the vent had me a little concerned, so I just took it out just to make sure I didn't have any obstacles during the installation. I confirmed that the mounting bracket fit in the standard 14 by 14 inch opening. I confirmed the thickness of my roof and I did a quick test fit of the decorative panel. Everything looked promising, so I continued on with the project. Day 2 of this project started with me on top of the roof, and this time I was actually going to remove the old vent. After removing the remaining screws and separating the waterproofing material, I used mineral spirits to clean away the remaining residue and prepare a clean surface for the new installation. With the opening cleaned up, it was finally time to install the top unit. The flexible foam gasket creates the weather-resistant seal between the rooftop unit and the RV roof. Now do know, it is recommended that additional sealant be used to reduce the likelihood of leaks. I actually had sealant on hand, but after reading the label I noticed it specifically stated that it doesn't adhere to foam. Rather than risk using the wrong product, I decided to postpone that step until I can verify the correct sealant for both my RV roof and the gasket material. If you've completed a similar installation, let me know your sealant recommendation in the comments. With the smaller foam pieces, which are used to create a cushion and airflow installed, it was time to actually put the unit in place. The Arizona wind tried to make this difficult, so I took my time on that roof. Safety first. I also had some help underneath to help me position the outdoor unit with the opening. This is what the unit looks like with the foam pieces in place. Just imagine them on both sides. Back inside the RV, I pulled the wires out, placed them in position, and prepared to make the electrical connections. To route the power cable outside, I created a small opening through the gasket. This is another area where sealant should be applied later to ensure a weather-resistant installation. Next, I connected the positive and negative cables from the power cord and the rooftop unit, secured the connections, and then wrapped them in electrical tape for additional protection. Next up, it was time to mount the bracket. The mounting bracket is secured using M8 bolts, washers, spring washers, and nuts. Since roof thickness varies between RVs, Gidrox includes multiple bolt lengths to accommodate different installations. Following the wire diagram in the installation guide, I connected the indoor control panel and prepared for the final steps of assembly. After aligning the inner and outer air ducts, the decorative panel was almost set in place. It just needed a few screws, and the installation of the control panel was complete. This is the final look with the ceiling light reinstalled. Now let's go to the step where I had some concerns. Per the installation guide and the user manual, when connecting the AC unit to your battery, you're supposed to connect the negative cable first. Since when are we doing that? I always thought it was positive first and then negative when connecting, and then when disconnecting, you reverse the steps. I'm a little concerned, but that's what the manual said. The side of the power cable that's going to be plugged into the battery has a built-in fuse. For the manual, you want to connect that negative or that black wire first, and then you're going to connect the positive or red wire. That's right, those power cables connect directly to the battery. This is an inverter RV air conditioner, so you don't have to worry about an inverter in order to get this thing to run. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. The control panel is fairly straightforward and easy to use. I did have to refer back to the user manual to remember what some of the icons mean. I was able to adjust temperatures and cycle through the different operating modes directly from the unit. The remote control, which comes with a base as well as batteries, is another convenient way to operate the system without needing to actually get up. And then the third way to operate the unit is through the app. This may be my favorite way, at least so far, because with the app, everything is straightforward. They have the icons and then they actually have the word itself. So you know what mode you're in, you know what it is exactly that the unit is going to do. When running it from the panel, sometimes I'm guessing, I'm trying to remember what the icons are. Got to pull up the manual until I have everything memorized. And then the remote is fantastic as well, but I get to losing the remote in my bed sheets, and then I have no way to actually find it. Whereas if I lose my phone, which is what the app is connected to, I can use another device to locate my phone when I lose it. So, the app's my favorite. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you a full day's worth of usage. On this day, we were looking at the high 80s, 90s. It was very hot in my bedroom, and the air conditioner did a fantastic job cooling it down. Since my main focus with this AC unit is cooling my bedroom, I did close the door between the living room space and the bedroom to help cool off the area quicker. As you can see, the air coming out of the air conditioner is blowing out nice and cold, the area around the blowers are nice and cool, and the room is feeling fantastic. Even the fur baby approves. Based off the weather conditions and all the variables of that day, I was able to run the AC unit on Ego, running about 79 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit on one 100 amp hour lithium battery from about 11 a.m. to 7:15 p.m. In addition to energy efficiency, another cool feature about this AC unit is how quiet it is. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not so quiet that you don't have to worry about increasing the volume on your TV. You will have to still do that, but it's nowhere near as bad as the AC unit that came with my RV. To help give you a point of reference, I also tested a few other items that were nearby so you could see how much noise they added to the surrounding sounds. To make sure it was a fair test, I put some distance between the fan and my phone to kind of mimic what it was like when I was testing the noise level of the AC unit. Another reference test was done in my car. Do note there was some outside noise because there was some construction being done, but you can see the general increase in noise level when I turn the engine on. Side note, that annoying clicking that you hear is just a repair that I've been putting off, but the clicking doesn't last forever. Although this isn't an exact science, it at least still gives you a reference point for the noise that you can expect from this AC unit. At this point, I'm making an adjustment in my bed. At first, I was really close to the blowers, but then I wanted to be a little more realistic, and then I laid back in the bed, as if I was actually relaxing in the RV. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this AC unit. I will have to invest in more batteries so I have a larger battery bank to actually run it for longer periods of time. In addition to increasing my battery bank, pairing it with a solar power setup is going to make the experience far much better. As I continue building out my off-grid RV setup, one thing that I've learned is that having the right power system makes all the difference. A battery bank is an important part of running a 12-volt air conditioner like this, but pairing it with a solar power system can make off-grid living and off-grid camping much more practical and comfortable. Many RVers already have solar panels and lithium batteries as part of their boondocking setup. So a unit like the Gidrox 10,000 BTU 12-volt RV air conditioner fits naturally into that kind of system. Instead of relying solely on shore power or a generator, which is my situation as of now, because I do have a lithium battery and I'm using a lithium battery charger to get it prepped and ready when it's time to use the air conditioner again. But I want to set it up to my solar panels. Instead of relying solely on shore power or a generator, I would have the flexibility to use renewable energy to help keep my living space comfortable while enjoying more time off the grid. If you're interested in this product, check the links in the description. Also, check the other videos in my playlist, Goodies, Gadgets, and Gears, and I will see you next time.